Hello and welcome back, Guardians, to another video. Last week I didn't upload any Nightfalls because I was just really busy leveling up all my characters and doing the raid. This week I'm doing the inverted Spire, and I'm playing on my Titan top 3 using thermite grenades, guns. The long shadow sniper, my favorite. Nation of Beasts. This is a gun that comes from the Last Wish raid. It's a created role with Dragonfly spec. And the Anarchy. This is the exotic from the new raid. Pretty good grenade launcher right there. It's a really good thing. You can have a lot of fun with that thing. My Nightfall setup is 110 power handicap, which everyone should do from now on since it's glitch. So guaranteed use 110. I'm using Arc Singe with heavyweight, extinguish, and momentum. Pretty much, yeah, because of the grenade launcher that I'm going to use a lot, I put on heavyweight. And the reason why I put on momentum is, yeah, I like this grenade launcher, you want to keep moving with it, because that's basically the idea. You're not going to stand still and shoot with it. It's pretty much the idea to draw lines with it or to put it on a single target. It's also possible, but you can also draw lines and all that stuff, which you'll see, because pretty much the whole idea of this Nightfall is actually not getting the 100k, was trying to use the grenade launcher in a good way, and I try my best to come up with something, and this is pretty much it. Also, the Nation of Beasts is actually really good, and with the new spec where you get a bigger radius for Dragonfly, which is actually disgusting amazing. So yeah, there you go. That's basically how you draw the lines, and all you, like, if you look at the ground, because of all the arc things, you can't really see it, but what it does is draws a whole web for you. If this gun already dropped for you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't, it's kind of weird to explain exactly how, but you'll see it because I'll be using this gun a lot. Pretty much first part is just, you know, just want to go through it as quick as possible because you're just wasting time right now. This part, remember, you want to pull up your goals and you need a quick summon Spire or else you'll fall down if you don't summon your Spire right in that first teleport. Second one's pretty easy. Also, the Sparrow is from the new raid with an amazing perk where you have more aggro from enemies, so once you're on your Sparrow, you're actually safer than if you're not on the Sparrow if you're around enemies. And this works quite good in the raid, in the new one. Especially, there's one part where you're sparring through, most of you already seen it, and this one does a really good job. So as you guys can see there, like just one shot and it killed these 2 enemies straight away. It's really good. Yeah. Explaining something about this Nightfall, I think it's, you know, it's just a general normal Nightfall you guys always done. If you're new to it, then yes, you know, it's just some enemies you have to clear all the Vex there, which are like on top of me, and once you clear those, the way opens up and you can continue your Nightfall. I think most people are already familiar to this one. Also, I'm not planning on using my super in the whole Nightfall because I'm using the exotic chest to get my abilities up quicker, which I can do a lot more stuff with. Oh, there you go. Oh, about the box. If you see a lot of enemies hiding around that box, you shoot the box just to make it an easy clear on enemies. And this is pretty much what you want to do. Just draw lines. And as soon as they walk through it, there you go. The Minotaur just died. So as soon as something walks through it, they'll probably die. It depends on, if it's a yellow bar, it might take like 2 ticks. But most of the enemies, 1 tick is more than enough. Right here, I have no idea what just happened and why did my melee not connect to this guy, but I guess it's fine. And for some reason, like, momentum didn't proc there as well. It finally did. Still on this part, not a lot of, you know, amazing stuff going on. So this is the one take, like I really need to get better with this, but there you go. I take one, missed it, but because I connect another one right in front of the Minotaur, it just it's connecting a line, an arc line, and everything that's in it, it will take damage. And pretty much that's how he died. You have to get kind of creative with this grenade launcher. Once you get it, it's not like your normal grenade launcher where you use every day, where you just shoot and hit something and bang, you get a shot. There's actually more to this one, like drawing lines and all that stuff, and make like a really good, nice place, especially when you know exactly where your enemy's gonna spawn in the game before they even spawn in. You could just start drawing something there, because the thing will stay up for, I think it's 30 seconds. If it doesn't touch like no enemies around it, it will stay up for 30 seconds and then disappear. If it hits an enemy, I think it's around 10 seconds or 15 seconds. It keeps going on. And if it's on a single target, it's pretty much the same. The only reason I jumped up there is because of there's heavy. So you guys know these guys, they're really powerful normally, and there you go. I think it's a 2-shot. They just die in 2 shots, and the web's actually still up. In the end, the pulses you shoot on the ground, they're also a grenade. So they're not only taking damage from the pulses that are going on, but in the end the grenade just explodes, and that gives you an additional more power. By the way, all the materials you guys are seeing on the right side is because of the dawning event that's going on. So it depends on like what type of enemies you're killing, in what way you're killing them. Depends on like what kind of material you're gonna get out of it. It's for the Eva Levante oven, where you can just bake cookies and stuff, I guess. For what it's worth, I didn't really go into that really deep yet to see like what's new, and I'll do that soon. I just wanted to do this Nightfall first. It was pretty much last week. It was pretty like on the one side I was doing my raids, and then I think it was yesterday when I felt like, oh, you know, actually I want to go and do a Nightfall and use this gun. Realizing that most bosses have most of the bosses, you couldn't one-face them. To be honest, I didn't one-face this boss either. It was pretty much a 2-face. But most of those bosses, they had a time thing on them, so I was like, you know, I'm not going to deal with it now. I'm just going to have my fun in the raids, and pretty much this is also the reason why I picked this Nightfall in specific and not something else. I think there's some good Nightfalls this week, and I'll try them all out again. As you can see, the grenade's like right there, so the Cabal that was standing on it, that's pretty much, if he stood on it, that's the only way he can take damage. If he's around it, that's fine. He won't take damage. Or else I have to draw a line again, like put another one next to it, and as soon as he's in between that line, that's pretty much where you're taking damage. This guy also pretty easy. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, this one actually hit him. There you go. I dropped 2 of them, and bam, he's dead. Like, this thing is really fun to use. So yeah, this is the part where you just have to kill the 2 Cabal majors and pretty much continue to the next part. And I think for everyone that knows this Nightfall, we all agree on, like, most of the time if you're doing a Nightfall, there's a bunch of enemies that can spawn down below there, and most of the time the way they're getting killed is if you're using something that can give you your grenades like incredibly fast, or you're playing something like Tether, or keep using supers, and that's how you clear these the next set of ads. But pretty much like the 2 guns that I had this time, the Nation of Beasts and Anarchy, made it so easy to clear all the ads. Like, I think I missed the boss, but pretty much everything was there. As you can see, like, the explosion on this is really good. Like, without the mod, it's still good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's still good, but with the mod on it, it makes it incredibly good. And it's just lucky that both of these guns, they're arc, so that's also another reason why I increase arc. So yeah, once you start this up, this is pretty much like I started during the lines. And anything that will walk past it will pretty much die. Like, that was just super easy. I did make a small mistake. Like, if you guys are doing this one, don't forget the ads can spawn in your back since it's Vex, and these guys go just all around the map. They keep teleporting, so watch your back. I pretty much almost died there because I didn't watch what was going on in the game. Didn't really pay attention, to be honest. Because I was so focused knowing that there's a big group spawning outside here. And I was trying to spawn kill them all with the Nation of Beasts, but it didn't work. And at this point, I didn't even pay attention that there's a lot of stuff in my bag. They already teleported there and started shooting. So, also another great thing is this is why momentum is so amazing. Like, if there was no momentum, I'd pretty much die there. Because, yeah, you don't heal that fast. But with momentum, this is just amazing. And there you go again. Yeah, on this part I think I killed everything except for the boss, and the boss, I just couldn't kill the boss. Because he just disappeared, and yeah, that's just unfortunately. So, that's something I noticed about Hydras. Even if you draw a web and they're like, they're not exactly above it, you have a problem. It doesn't hit them. So I think there's another Hydra upcoming for me. It could be a Cabal for some of you, because it depends on like which rotation you get and which boss you get. I got the one with the Hydra again, and then I think it's better if you hit the Anarchy like exactly, like just jump above the Hydras and just hit them. It's way more effective and it works perfectly then. Also, the max amount of ammo for the Anarchy is 16, unless you got grenade launcher reserves on you. Per grenade launcher reserve you get +2, so I think there's 2 you can get in total, so you could go all the way up to 20. Not sure about it, but it's guaranteed you get 2 if you get one grenade launcher reserve. There you go. Like the Hydra's like right above it, but he's barely taking damage. There you go, and he just backs off straight away. That's another thing, they can actually go out of it so quick. So eventually I had to jump on top of him to shoot him, and there you go. That was just a guaranteed death. I didn't even bother looking back because he's gonna die from it. Once it sticks to you, it doesn't, yeah. Either way gonna die with it, or you got so much health that you can tank it out and, you know, still survive. But pretty much with heavyweight on, and yeah, arc, it just makes it really hard for most of these ads to even tank that type of damage then from a heavy. On this part, I think I just, I was just waiting for the timer, to be honest, because I wasn't close to 15 minutes, so I felt like just kill, you know, as many ads as I can before I go up to the boss, because pretty much this part you get Sparrow down and you don't have to bother with killing these ads. Yeah, I was just spending time to just, you know, get the max out of it before it hits 15 minutes. And your points, well, you're getting half of the points, but if you don't get a kill, you're also losing points. So that's pretty much the idea why I just timed it for 15 minutes to go tops there and then pretty much kill everything that I can find. On this part, yeah, like, okay, now I have 3.5 minutes. That's pretty much where I decide to just go to the boss. On this part I didn't decide, you know, to go slowly with the boss, because if you damage the boss slowly, I think it's the first bar, half health or something, you get a bunch of enemies to kill here, the harpies, which can gain you a lot of points. But honestly I didn't even bother doing that. I just trying to set up and do some good damage. So this is the thing you could do with the boss. You know he's gonna stand there. I draw 4 lines. On top of that, I think I put in 2 in his body and then melting point the guy, so he takes even more damage from that. And I think an additional one. But pretty much that's it. Like, I think 2 bars of health were gone straight away. If it wasn't for his immune, for him to go immune, he would pretty much die in it if the game would continue. But unfortunately, this boss, you know, he got phases as well. I didn't bother jumping up again because that's something you could do, but then sometimes the boss goes immune straight away. So instead, I just sat down there and just waited for him to do his attack. And just go down because his health was I just pretty much, there you go, you can see his health now. I knew his health was too low to even, you know, continue the fight here. I just decided to kill him once we're downstairs, like all the way to the bottom. And this is another good thing for momentum, fall down. But because I'm in my momentum, it just remembers to heal you. So when you just come out of momentum, the game's still gonna heal you, and after that, you know, you're not getting healed until you start running. On this part, just put 3 on his body, 1 melting point. That was more than enough because this guy's just taking a lot of damage right there. I think it's 32 or 36k. But yeah, that's pretty much how useful this grenade launcher is, and still didn't try it out in PvP. I think it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Yeah, I hope if you guys get this, have some fun with it because it's a really good thing. If you enjoy it, a like's much appreciated. I'll see you guys on my next video.